Hello, football fans, and welcome to another beautiful edition of Locker Room on Voice of the People TV. I am your host, Jerry Appelia, and today we are all set to break down the most thrilling action from the pitch. And of course, join me, James, and Maiwa as we unpack the biggest controversies and headlines in the exciting world of football. And of course, get ready for inside scoops and expert analysis. This is one show you don't want to miss anywhere in the world. And of course, definitely introducing the guys. I start with James. At home, they say charity begins.
A very good evening to you, Jerry, and also to our viewers. Good evening. Another beautiful day to talk about football. Yes, we saw the action that happened yesterday with the whole
Super Cup.
the Super Cup 4 Cup finals. It was a beautiful one to watch. And also seeing Ademola Lookman do it on the world stages. He had a beautiful and incredible match. But unluckily, they weren't able to get the victory against a very disciplined and rugged team as Real Madrid at the moment. And congratulations to Real Madrid also. But we're here to talk football, and we'll be seeing more of details as the show goes on.
All right, of course, we have Maiwa joining us virtually. It's always a pleasure having you. And I know you saw the FA Cup, Super Cup, I beg your pardon, last night. And of course, Real Madrid, like you expected them, never disappoint. And they are not a marker. Of course, they came to the party.
Well, it's always amazing to be here. I mean, Carlo Ancelotti has shown again that everybody is putting everybody on notice for this new season that is starting. I mean, they were able to dispatch the Atlanta team, even surpassing them with possession and just of that. Our own Ademola Lookman could not stamp the African Footballer of the Year that we have been tipping him on. But in any case, it's going to be a very scary season in the La Liga with if what Madrid displayed yesterday is what will be obtainable throughout the season. But in any case, like I always say, it's a good day to talk sports. Thank you for having me.
All right, it's a good day to talk football, definitely. All right, we'll start with the Nigerian Football Federation, where a senior official of the NFF has attempted to alleviate the concerns of Nigerian football fans by assuring them that there is no need to be overly worried about the fact that a new coach has not been announced for the national team despite the pending African Cup of Nations qualifiers just a few weeks away. The NFF chieftain believes that the absence of a new coach should not be a cause for concern and that the team will be adequately prepared for its upcoming matches against Benin Republic and Rwanda in September. The team is still searching for a replacement for Finidi George, who quit his role as the coach for 6 weeks ago following a disappointing performance in the World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. The NFF expressed confidence that a suitable replacement will be found soon and that the team will be able to put up a strong performance in the upcoming qualifiers. It has led to concerns about the readiness of the team ahead of the two crucial games, but the board member of the football body played down the fears by saying a new coach has been appointed and work has started already. And of course, those were the words coming from sources in the NFF saying that the coach, the magical coach, the spiritual coach, the coach we have not seen, but we've only heard that there's a coach. And it reminds me of the refinery situation we have in Nigeria, where they've promised us the refinery is going to start tomorrow. Tomorrow will come to say next week. Next week will come. I think they are learning very well from the NNPCL, who are very brilliant at postponing dates and, of course, dribbling Nigerians. And, of course, what more is the Football Federation? They need to learn how to dribble. And, of course, Nigerians are the ones they are dribbling right now. Maiwa.
I mean, see, the thing is this, it's just a very laughable situation. They've appointed a nameless coach, and the nameless coach has started working in NS. Why are they scared in naming the coach? What is the big deal in naming the coach? I think the source that is coming out to say that just wants to talk, because I don't understand. It's only in Nigeria whereby you would appoint a coach and nobody will even know the coach. Nobody will know the coach. They cannot even tell us the name of the coach. And suddenly they've already appointed the coach, and adequate pressure is in place such that we'll be able to do well in the qualifying games. To be honest with you, it just shows that they don't know what they are doing. There is no coach that has been appointed. They are just trying to calm the nerves, of Nigeria. And like you rightly said, NFF will not be the first person to be pushing deadline. Outside football, a particular company said some set of people went to do photo op somewhere, and they said the place will start working before the end of July, and they will remove subsidy and the rest of that. Well, where are we today right now? So I mean, it's just unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of situation. The NFF does not know what they are doing. As far as I'm concerned, until the coach is mentioned and we know the name of the coach, they have not appointed anybody. They are just trying to, fill the pulse of Nigeria again, just to see if Nigeria will buy it. It's just unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of ugly situation, to be honest with you.
It's quite a rather unfortunate situation we find ourselves as far as the coaching situation of the Super Eagles is concerned.
I think this is just making the fact much clearer, because why would they be hiding the coach if they have gotten the coach? Why are they hiding it? If it's not that
they are not proud of the coach.
No, it's not like they're not proud of the coach.
Or maybe he's coaching on rent. Maybe he's coaching on credit.
You cannot call him now because he still has ban.
Okay.
I will not be surprised. I've been saying this thing for weeks now. I will not be surprised if after this whole drama plays out, after the whole saga plays out, once the week CRCR bans runs out, they are quick enough to announce him as the head coach. I will not be surprised, because why would you have a coach and you cannot call it? You cannot come out and present the coach to the world? Is it that you are shy of what you've gotten, or who you have gotten is still under a ban? Because obviously you cannot mention CRCR name out there now currently, because we know he has a ban and it's against the law. He's not supposed to have anything to do with football till the end of this month, which is practically less than 20 days away. So I think with the way it's looking, I don't think they've gone far. I think they've settled for CRCR, because I see no reason from the old names that they have in a conversation. If you compare them, a Stenfeld is still they are still agreeing his salary as a last. There was a point they came up. There were reports that they said Stenfeld wants about $100,000, and he came out the following day to say that he requested for about $100,000 from the NFF. Abirena earlier mentioned he wants to be earning about $120,000, and we all know that it's impossible. I'm not even sure they went forward with negotiation about that. And I will tell, it was close earlier this month, or I think late last month. There were reports that it was close to becoming the NFF the coach, but there were dramas in the powers to be in the NFF that said they don't want him. So from all indication, it shows that it's not any of these three men that have been in the conversation for over 3 months. Now, who is the next option? Is a CRCR, or maybe they want to bring Eguavoen or one of the technical directors that will leave their technical director role and become the manager, which I don't see. I don't think it's possible, because they don't want to put themselves in that trouble when they are collecting cool cash in the NFF without anybody noticing what they do or what they don't do. Now, if they come and take over the job of the Super Eagles, the pressure is there. So with all indications, what I'm picturing in my mind, I think is with no report, but with the way what I'm picturing in my mind, I think is CRCR. Cannot mention his name now because he's still serving ban. He still has about 20 days to serve that ban. So maybe after the whole 20 days, after the first 2 matches, you come out with your own name. But let's just see how it goes. I'm sure with time, all these things that NFF are hiding will surely be reviewed.
All right, and let me shock you now that I'm just getting information from the glass house that Austin Eguavoen has been given the nod after the technical meeting to lead the Super Eagles in the Afcon qualifiers. I know I said Eguavoen will be there when the time comes. Maybe CSI will come in after the qualifiers. Maiwa, Eguavoen is your man for the 2 games against Benin Republic and Rwanda. The technical meeting has just ended, so it's Eguavoen all the way.
We also saw the writing on the wall. I mean, there was indication when they said that the people that will be releasing the names, the people that released the name of the people that invited players for the upcoming competition, for the upcoming qualifiers, will be the technical guys. I already knew that something like that will happen. However, I mean, if they want to appoint Eguavoen on a temporary basis, there is little or nothing we can do at the moment, because I mean, like we said the other time, we are even ready for them to name anybody, for us to even have a coach, for us to be able to go for it. Because I mean, it would be so shameful that we are playing a qualifier and we will not have a coach on the bench. So I mean, in the interim, yes, and Eguavoen will probably be an idea, even as much as I would not want an Eguavoen to coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria. However, that is what we have to work with at the moment, at least just to save our head from this pending shame that is going to happen to us very soon. So, I mean, if the technical guys, if Eguavoen and Ikpeba and the rest of them were the ones that produced the list of the 23-man squad that is supposed to prosecute, the 2 qualifiers that is coming on the way, then it's only right that they appoint that same guy to coach them in the game. As much as it's not ideal, but at least it's a starting point for us now while we wait for Safi Siasa ban to end, like James has rightly pointed out.
With the way it's looking, Eguavoen, we are putting ourselves in the same position that we kept ourselves, that we are in the World Cup qualifiers. Don't forget this was how it started. Just imagine we are playing one World Cup qualifications and we have had over 3 coaches play the particular qualifications. And none of them has been able to produce 70% of 70% victory. Let's not forget the drama that we have currently in the World Cup qualification started with Pesero. I think he lost his first 2 matches. Lost one and two draws. If you need to continue in the same path,
lost one,
drew one. Now we are going to have now it's still Afcon qualification. But how sure are we this NFF are going to
start with 2 draws?
How sure are this NFF?
If you will not lose to Benin, because Genocho is coming to you.
Before you know, we are putting ourselves in the same positions. We same position we are currently in the World Cup qualifications. It's rather sad this NFF took this long. If they knew they were not going, they were waiting for Siasia all along. I'll be disappointed if it ends up being Siasia. Because if they knew you were waiting for Siasia all along, why not put Eguavoen as the interim head? Let him do what he'll be doing.
Yeah, until when Siasia is available.
There have been many cases in the past where you see other countries put somebody as interim manager. Currently, the English national team had to promote their under-20 coach to become the interim manager for the position. And let's not forget the under-20 coach has also been doing well in the past for the youth team. Nigerian FA, we don't even have coach for the any age grade. We have to go and take technical director from the NFF board to come and become the coach for 2 games as important as the Afcon qualifiers. And Afcon that the previous year we got to the final and almost won. Now we are going to be starting in a very sloppy and very, very shameful manner. Just look at how long we waited. We lost Pesero in February. Let me just say in February. Let me say January because they know he was not going to be the coach after Afcon. They lost him since January. It took them over 6-7 months, and they have not still gotten a coach. We are going to play the next Afcon qualifiers, the first 2 games with an interim manager. A manager when was the last time Eguavoen coached a team? You have to think about that.
The last time he coached a team, we won our first 3 games at the Nations Cup, and we lost to Tunisia after so much hype in the knockout stages. Eguavoen is your man. What's your assessment of Austin Eguavoen?
It's very simple. I mean, the last time he coached us, that was how many years ago? That was more than 10 years ago. And I don't think would want an Eguavoen to take over our team because, I mean, he has been away from football and his antecedent after that, he has not really done much in terms of achieving success. And it's just more like, remember the time where there was a rumor as regards Mutiu Adepoju being interested in the job of the Nigerian coach. I mean, one of the things that was said at that particular point in time was Mutiu Adepoju has not been involved in football for a very long time. It will be very unfortunate that it will be very sad for us to have a trainee coach in the likes of Mutiu Adepoju take over our national team. And to be honest with you, since that Nations Cup, Eguavoen has not really done much in football, whether it's club, whether it's national team football, he has not really done much. The only place that he does anything to write home about is the technical department of the NFF. Even the technical department of the NFF, how functioning is it? It's not functioning properly, and that is why we've had the technical committee of the NFF rubber stamp grade Z coach for us, and we have seen the results so far. But in any case, like I rightly said, we have found ourselves in a very tight corner. Appointing Eguavoen is better than not having any coach at all present when we want to play, the next Nations Cup qualifier. Because I mean, it will be so unfortunate that after 78 years of existence, we are playing the qualifier. We don't have a coach. We don't have any semblance of any organization on the bench for our boys to be able to work with. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not expecting anything much from Eguavoen to be honest with you. And I've said it over and over again. If we don't qualify for the Nations Cup and the World Cup, I think when we miss out on the largesse that will come from those competitions, probably maybe we'll try and put our house in order such that this will not repeat itself again. Because if we don't, if we qualify now, say we qualify for the Nations Cup or the World Cup, this same pattern will continue again because I mean there will be no consequence for the NFF to suffer. I think if we don't qualify, the consequence will be too much in terms of missing out on money. I will probably put our house in order, to be honest with you.
And let's not even talk about the money. The money is not even what I want to consider at this point. Look at how good these Nigerian players are doing in the world stages. Yesterday we saw Atalanta play Real Madrid at the Super Cup final, and the standout player for the Atalanta side was Lookman. Lookman basically was practically everywhere, but he couldn't convert. That's just Lookman alone. Lookman scored in the finals of the Europa League last year. Osimhen led Napoli to their first championship in over 33 years. Boniface, how important it was for Leverkusen last year, taking them to their first Bundesliga title in how many years? You have this particular set of players. Never forget the likes of, not undermining the works of Ndidi and also Iheanacho, the Leicester side last season. Look at these players and what they have been doing in their team. Trustekong also for the club, his club before he's making a move to the Saudi Arabia side too. It was incredible last year. Look at this set of players and what they are doing in world football. You now bring them back to your national team, and you don't have a coach. You are business. You have been coachless for over 7 months. You are playing a match in 2 weeks' time. You are just appointing who you will use as the coach in 2 weeks, 14 days before a match as the Afcon Qualifiers. It just shows that the NFF don't take it serious. They have not been taking it serious, because if you are taking it serious, how will you wait for 7 months and you come and give us a result that is not like a result? They are now coming with FPA for over 9 years. They are now coming back with results. You don't even collect first class, you don't collect second class offer, you don't collect second class lower. You are coming with a certificate of attendance. This is what they are showing us. You waited 7 months. If you know you're going to, if at all we knew they were waiting for, if at all you know you're waiting for CSR from the beginning, why not put Eguavoen earlier on? Why you take us wasting our time going to London to go and meet somebody that wowed you guys with them that wants to build his team around the 36-year-old Neon Balogun? Why waste our time going to Eric Chell, making us tussle with Mali's government? Mali's president, Mali's minister had to intervene in the matter that if you leave, we will not employ you, we don't want you to leave. Why make us go to Tom Senfet and go and waste our time with him? We are doing an interview that he wants to come and make him the new Eagles manager. And let's not forget that one to add his own drama. That he never came out to say he wanted $100,000. He was quick to respond to them that he never questioned, he never gave that such amount out. Why did the NFF keep on dragging us in the mud? Well, this is not all of it though. We'll still wait. Let's see how the first 2 matches go with Eguavoen, what he does in the next 2 matches. After those 2 matches, after I'm done with those 2 matches, we'll now wait for them to come and appoint who they want to appoint. And I'll be so, I don't know how I feel when it finally comes out as Siasia. I don't know how I feel.
Anyway, it is what it is. That is why the NFF has been so confident. Maybe Eguavoen has given them all the necessary assurances that he still has what it takes to do the job, and that they should not be in a panic mode to hire a coach who might not be the right choice. So at least let them make do with Eguavoen. He has been there before. He has played with the 94 Eagles, of course, and he has coached the Super Eagles on 2 occasions. I think the last one was 2019, if I'm correct, in that one, when he took the team to the Nations Cup. I can't remember the year. Was it 2018 or 2019 Nations Cup? And where they beat Egypt in the group stages. And of course, a lot of Nigerians were so excited. And that was the game that Maduka Okoye was busy, was already doing fine ball. And we all know what happened to him. He was caught napping, and the rest, they say, is history. So Eguavoen already understands the Eagles, and some of these players were part of that team. The likes of Simon, and of course, Maduka Okoye is back in the team. And even Trustekong and Co. also played under Leon Balogun and Co.
Earlier we already got reports that the players that will be invited for these 2 matches, the invites were already sent out. Do you think Trustekong is also involved in that list of players that will be coming? Let's not forget what happened the last time. Finidi was quick enough not to invite him with the excuse that he was injured. Someone that was in Uyo that played a match on Sunday, charity football. He played about how many minutes? I can't even recall. and he was not invited. Do you think that they're going to invite him for the next Call of Games? And let's not forget, this is somebody that has not coached football in over 5 years. 5 years is a long time for you to come and test run in an important match as the AFCON. If it would have been a friendly match between maybe Nigeria and one country in Africa, just to test the boys, it would have not been a big deal. It would have been, okay, we know there's nothing serious, we are not losing anything. But this is an important match as the AFCON. This is an AFCON that last year, with the last competition, we got to the finals. And we were very close to winning the competition. And we are going to play for the next edition. We don't have a coach.
With all due respect, he has been behind the scene. Why is it? Because I don't want us to start holding brief and saying that Eguavoen has no coach for a while and stuff. So I will not use that as an excuse. He has no excuse. He has been in the technical department. He was there when Eguavoen was coach. He was there when Pesero was coach, where Finidi George was coach. So he understands the terrain very well. He understands the players. So he should give us 6 points in a game against Benin Republic and Rwanda. No excuse. And Genotro is coaching the team. He should be able to know his weakness and his weak points, understands Genotro's kind of play, and be able to dismantle them without any excuse. That's what I expect.
I don't think that's what will happen. I hope it happens that in the way you just said it.
In his own interest.
In his own interest.
Not in my.
He loses or he does not lose. He's still the technical director. Whoever comes, he goes back to his job.
If he loses any of those,
he's not losing his job.
Come on. If he loses any of this game, I think it's high time we let him go. So look for someone who is capable, who can handle the technical department. We cannot have somebody who doesn't add value. Because if he doesn't add value,
is the NFF house in order?
Is it not now part of the NFF?
Is the house look in order? They will surely protect their own. They will surely protect them. You don't expect them to throw him under the bus.
Why not?
Why would they throw him under? If you go and open his mouth,
his department is an appointee department. It's not like a department that is elected. Yeah. So they can throw him under the bus anytime. It's an opportunity for them to save face. They'll say, the technical department has been the one advising us. We gave you the opportunity to show us that this is advice you have been giving us. So put it to work. Come and put it to work. He would have given them assurances. And of course, he's going to get paid because he's not going to handle that job for free.
Whoever advised them to wait this long before getting a coach should be flogged. That's just what I have to say.
I think my wife is not even pleased with the way he's looking.
But Jai, the thing is this: we cannot blame Eguavoen.
Yes.
Eguavoen has 2 weeks to the qualifier. That was when they named him as interim manager. What can you do in 2 weeks? What can you do in 2 weeks? I'm not holding brief for Eguavoen. He's part of the NFF, and it's part of the debacle that's happening right now with the NFF. Yes, but I'm not holding brief for him. But what can Eguavoen do in 2 weeks? We have not prepared to expect him to perform wonders. As it is now, whatever result we see, now we will just collect. That's the situation on ground. Because do you want to compare a Benin Republic who has their house in order to a Nigeria who is just appointing an interim coach 2 weeks before the game? Also remember that he just listed the names of the players out. He does not even know whether he would have the job. So he was just doing it based on the fact that they were talking to some supposed coach that they wanted to bring in. He was not even sure that he was going to get the job until they announced him that he will be the interim manager. So they're already setting him up for failure. And, we analysts and football fans, just so that we should not add to the pressure, because to be honest with you, there is little or nothing, and Eguavoen, even if it is a Pep Guardiola that they appoint right now, there is little or nothing the person can do at the moment. Maybe after the 2 qualifiers, maybe he can now sit down and start to plan. But at the moment right now, whatever result that we see, we should accept it that way. We should already accept that the NFF is not serious, and that's the reason why we are leaving it very, very late. Very, very late. He will start to begin to think about tactics, start to be thinking about players and the rest of that. And to even go for that, most of the players might not even show up for this particular qualifier, because one, they are not even aware whether we have a coach. They are just getting to know that they have a coach right now. A whole lot of them are fighting for their place in their club. There's a whole lot of mess just going around. So whatever it is whatever result Eguavoen can give us, we should just accept it. Yes, we are hoping for the best, but we should be hoping for the worst, and that's just the honest truth.
So you are saying we should be hoping for the worst, good or bad, as the situation is, and of course it's quite really a difficult one as far as that one is concerned. But But this is what it is. The technical department of the Nigerian Football Federation has, however, said that they've already compiled a list of players who will be forwarded to the new coach. And of course, it shows that the new coach was actually Eguavoen. He has forwarded the name to himself. And so they were just playing politics with all of us. Say they are forwarded the names to the new coach. Whereas the new coach was the man who was making the list and telling us, don't worry, we have already made the plan. So it's like they already knew what they wanted to do. Anyway, the thing is that in making decisions, you need a backup plan. This was their backup plan.
This was their main plan from the beginning.
Yeah.
This was their main plan. Because when we look at the names of the people that we have been hearing for the past 4 months or 5 months, we already knew that they could. The only person that looks like they could afford was Eric Chell. And still the same set of people said they could. They were having conflict of interest of if they wanted to be the manager. At the point he went coach. So we knew Eric Chell was like the only person that was looking like he would be the coach. But when it didn't work out, we already know that it was going to be somebody in Nigeria they were going to come for. Because for the 3 names that were there, it was far at the point. McLean was wise enough to like take himself off this old drama and go and become the coach of the Jamaican side and settle there. Tom Senfert and Arena was too expensive. They even lied on Tom Senfert that his money was $100,000. He came out to say he never requested such amount from the NFF. So we already knew those were even out of the option. So it showed, all the indications shows that it was going to be Sia. Now that they said they already have a coach that is working on that ground but cannot be reviewed, I think it hits the nail on the head. It shows that it's obviously the Sia, but it cannot be mentioned because of it's still on ban. They don't want to add to the problem it's going to currently. I just want to wait for these 2 weeks. We have just less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks we are off the month of August. We will know what the NFF have been planning. 7 months. Let's not forget, it was 7 months. It took NFF 7 months to appoint Eguavoen as interim manager.
No, they appointed Finidi George. So
are you counting Finidi George?
Yeah,
Finidi George was appointed 2 weeks before the game. Don't forget.
Yeah, so now it's on that.
Was it 2 weeks? I mean 1 week.
It's now 6 weeks because he was the assistant coach, so he was already there. It was a backup plan.
He was assistant.
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
So the same way now, maybe by the time Eguavoen doesn't succeed again, maybe they will now go to Gosal or Felix Sanyaciago. Because they have been there, they are around the scene. Or they'll go to Victor Ekpeba and say, Ekpeba, I think you have an idea that you have played before.
You don't play ball before now.
Yes, sir. You can do it.
But Jai, the thing is this. It's just because we don't have a transparent board. They should have just come out to say, see, the coach we are looking at, if they had come out, immediately Pastor resign, and come out and address everybody and say, see, the coach we are looking at is currently not available now. He will be available in the next 7 months. However, for the next 7 months, we are hiring an interim manager to tinker the director, to supervise the Super Eagles and coach them for those 7 months. We will not be having this controversy. We will not be rolling around this same issue of coach for the last 7 months. It's because they were not being honest, and that's just the honest truth. And the reason why they are even settling for a Sia, in as much as the reason is this, is the only backup person that they can settle on. 1, 2, from unconfirmed reports, Sia is even asking less than what the person need the judge. It's reported that Sia is looking at getting a wage of about 10 million naira, whereas they pay the Finidi 50 million naira. So I mean, it's just that Sia is the only backup option that they have right now. That's why they are settling for him. If they had come out initially and told us that, see, the person we are looking at will not be available in the next 7 months, we are hiring coach A or coach B, or even if it's a Eguavoen that they want to hire, that we are hiring for the next 7 months, nobody will make any noise. We'll just know that after 7 months, we'll get our Sia or whoever it is that we want to get, rather than the wasted NFF fund, the wasted Nigerian money to go to London to go and watch a PowerPoint presentation. They wasted money, talking to the agent of Averena, talking to the agent of Senfield, and talking to the agent of different coaches when they already knew that they were not going to do anything with those coaches. It's just unfortunate that we have people who are clueless. I mean, like James rightly said, it took them 7 months to hire Eguavoen. It just shows the kind of competency we have in the NFF board.
When you look at people that know what they are doing, it will be obvious from the way they act. Gary Southgate, when when Gary Southgate, after the Euros, when Gary Southgate left the English national team, I told you that English national team will have a coach before us. They had a coach. They had a coach like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We have not still gotten a coach now. This one, they appointed him as interim manager. This one, Eguavoen is just going to lead them for the 2 games. So yes, they had a coach. Yes, there have been rumors that this might be Guardiola's last season in the Premier League, and there have also been rumors that the English national team wants to go for Pep Guardiola to come and lead the boys going forward from next year. Look at a team that knows what they are doing. They know it's still going to boil down to negotiation, and they know that there's no need for since there is something like that. There's hope that they can get a Guardiola in the next 1 year. Let's promote somebody from our youth team that can lead these boys for the next 1 year. I think that in my own, I think that's what they are playing out, and it looks like it's going to work for them. Let's not forget how the Southgate becomes the manager of the Three Lions. Also, he was promoted from the youth team. Also, he came in and was able to do well. Then I said, okay, instead of going far to look for a manager, let him do the job. I think he was there for about 7 years. He was able to get them to 2 finals. That's the 2 Euros finals. And also get them to semi-final of the World Cup. And for me, I think that's a pass mark. Looking at this national team, this our own Super Eagles national team, who can we promote from our age grade football, if at all we have any coach? Because the last time Anaboso has left. He said he's not doing it again. He wants to become MPFL coach for one club in MPFL. He left them to become a manager in the MPFL. Who is our under 17 coach? Who is our under 20 coach? When would we learn that we have to promote our own? When was the last time a player came in from the under 17, the under 20, and made it to the Super Eagles national team? All these things are just major problems that we are looking at. Now the major problem, the one that is in our front currently is the coaching problem. But when you go into it, you see detail. You see that our age grade football is dying quietly and nobody is noticing it. Look at the Spanish national team.
Dead.
You say what?
It's already dead.
It's
not
dead.
Dying. It's already
look
dead.
At the Spanish national team. Look at the Spanish national team. Almost everybody in the national team that won the Euros were players that once played under the manager at the age grade team. He was able to utilize these boys and put them, and they were able to played a beautiful football from the group stages to the final. They were not playing like a team that wanted to just score one goal and move to the next, qualify to the next round. They were scoring and still coming to score more. That like the clubs that have been training with each other for over months. That's a team that somebody that like a structure that they know that they know what they want to achieve. When you compare that situation with our national team, I think the last set of players that we promoted from the youth team was the likes of the Osimhen and the rest. When was the last time the rest they were going to Europe and going to beg them to patronize them? Yeah, come and play for Nigeria. Come and play for Nigeria. When they go and make their name in Europe, you will now go and be begging them to come and play for Nigeria. Let's not forget, it also happened to Saka. Saka was wise enough when they were with the old rumor that they said they wanted him to pay money for him to even come and play for Nigeria. There was that rumor was carried at a particular time. When we will start to patronize our own, when we start building our house in order, we'll go outside and go and bring them to a house that is not functioning well. It's not encouraging. It's not encouraging at this point.
Definitely not encouraging, but definitely the presidency says that they are now in charge of the appointment of a new Super Eagles coach for the Super Eagles. And of course, the NFF is yet to make this pronouncement, but we have confirmed that Eguavoen is going to be in charge for the 2 Afcon Qualifiers against Benin Republic and Rwanda. Not to forget, Benin Republic will be hitting Uyo in the month of September. And Genotro, he has done it before. He did it against Finidi. Maybe he'll do it again. Maybe, I don't know, against another ex-international in the person of Eguavoen. Talking about the presidency, they've said they're going to set up a task force, Maiwa. What are we expecting from this task force? What are we expecting for the presidency? Is it later on, maybe they will tell us, okay, we have the money, let's go for Averena. Let's pay him, we have the money.
Well, it's very simple. The tax force they are setting up is an avenue to chop Nigerian money, and that's just the truth. At the end of the tax force, you will see a bill of about 1 billion for setting up committee and the rest of that. Presidency has no business in football, and that's just the honest truth. There's nothing the so-called tax force is going to do. If the NFF board if we got the NFF board right, we will not be having this kind of situation. To be honest with you, the so-called tax force they want to set up is just an avenue to be able to squander money again. Because I mean, they will call for meeting, and you will see the bills that they will be doing for refreshment and the rest of that. and before you know it, they have spent over 1 billion just doing meetings that doesn't have any future. It's very simple. The responsibility of hiring a coach falls under the purview of the NFF. If it were to be in a Senate climb, the likes of Gusso, Felix, and the rest of them should have resigned because they have failed Nigeria. I think the presidential task force that they want to set up and just of that is just misplaced priority. And I've always said it over and over again. A whole lot of people in government, they don't know their responsibility. Government task force does not have anything to do with the success of our football, and that's just the honest truth, to be honest with you.
All right, let's wait and see. But
I just feel the NFF should be ashamed of themselves at this point.
Talking about
the primary responsibility they gave you to handle, you cannot even handle it. Yes, the government are not supposed to intervene. Presidency is supposed to create a task force. But what are the NFF? Assuming the NFF did their job, we will be in this situation where we are hearing rumors, we are hearing news that the presidency wants to create a task force. It just shows that the NFF don't know what they are doing. They are just there collecting money.
But James, the issue is it's not even the setting up of the task force. I mean, we've been in this country for a very long time. When was the last time a supposed task force, brought out any reasonable result?
Sure.
They have set up task force for different aspects of Nigerians. And when was the last time that the task force, brought out something tangible? When they audit the tax force, we will discover that tax force themselves, they are just looking for opportunity to be able to, to raise illegal cash for themselves, and that's where the issue is. Even the people spearheading the tax force, who are the people? That's number one. Are they football technocrats that know what they are supposed to have? We don't want a situation. I don't want a situation whereby we have the likes of Gusso, somebody that is like Gusso heading a presidential tax force that doesn't know anything about football, heading a presidential task force about football. Just as so, it's just the antecedent of the so-called task force that they have set up in the past before. It has not yielded any result. I don't think this will yield any result. It's just an avenue to waste taxpayers' money. Rather than waste taxpayers' money, let's just leave the NFF alone and let them continue to rigmarole and roundabout. Maybe
but they're also wasting our money.
They will know the road.
But they're also wasting our money. Let's not forget in the past 2 months, they've also traveled to London to go and have meetings with our players, a coach also. Let's not forget the past 3 months, they've also traveled to go and see someone that had injury, Osimhen, where the NFF president was taking pictures. So these are you're actually saying the truth though. You're actually saying it right.
We will not be wasting money in two places. We know we are wasting money in one place.
So put it in one place with the NFF.
You know when they set up presidential tax force, their expenses always run into billions. You know these things. They will say they do it for 2 weeks. At the end of the day, when they will bring the bill, you'll be seeing 1.4 billion for presidential tax force. So it's better that we just focus on NFF and let them waste the money, and let's save the money for presidential tax force.
All right, Mario, let's talk about some bit of transfer news as it concerns Victor Osimhen. We hear that Chelsea is close to finalizing a deal to sign the Nigerian striker, the current African Footballer of the Year from Napoli, with a potential exchange involving two players moving the opposite direction. And the London club has been searching for a new striker all summer and has increased its effort to sign Osimhen after a move. But Atletico Madrid Samuel Omorodion fell through. And of course, they have a lot of players in their arsenal to push out. We hear that two players, Lukaku and one other player, with £37 million will be given to Napoli and to release Victor Osimhen to them. But I hope it's not going to be a 7 years contract. And they've said that there's no pay cut. It's going to take the actual money.
We hope Napoli won't agree to that, because we know Napoli, they have one very difficult side to do business with. But we hope they actually accept that. Osimhen coming to Chelsea, that's a big ask. That's a Chelsea said I will not be playing in the Champions League. The Chelsea said does not look like they know what they are doing. Because if a club that knows what they are doing, I see no reason why a club that knows what they are doing will be having 8 goalkeepers. And that's Chelsea. How will you have 8 goalkeepers? Osimhen going to join the attackers now. They will have about 7 strikers. Those centre forward, they have about 7. And the wingers, when you have about 47 or 45 team numbers, these are players. And let's not forget, this 45, they have still demoted the likes of Broja and also Chaluba and the rest. They are playing with the under 23. I'm scared of him going to Chelsea. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what Chelsea is going to bring to the table this new season. But I think anywhere from now to avoid sitting on the bench in the Napoli side with Conte, because we know Conte is not going to play him. He has not played him since he came. All the preseason games he has not played any. So I think anywhere, I think maybe Chelsea is the only option he has currently. If Chelsea is the only option, maybe he should just go to Chelsea. Let's see what they can do going forward. But he should not even go and sign that 7 years contract that they are giving to everybody. They're giving them 7 years, tying players down to 2034. Who does that? 33. I feel Osimhen should not go and sign such contracts. Maybe 3 years, 4 years, because the way the Chelsea is looking, it's looking like a team that will be fighting for relegation in the next 2-3 years.
Maiwa, it looks like Osimhen award sphere is coming to pass, and it looks like it's only Chelsea that's available at the moment. And anytime from now, you'll be moving.
I mean, as they stay in Pigeon Palace, at all, na him bad. Napoli is not a good place for him to stay at the moment. If he stays in Napoli, that might just be the end of his career. Any other club than Napoli is a good move for Osimhen at the moment, because he has got himself in a whole lot of mess right now, and he has to leave Napoli for his football career to be able to survive this storm that is raging around him. So a move to Chelsea, in as much as yes, Chelsea point exactly what they want to do. A move to Chelsea, I think, will be an ideal move for him. At least, yes, they are not in Europe. Probably, maybe they might qualify for Conference League. Maybe, we don't know. But at least they are in the EPL, and the eyes will be on him in the EPL. And that might be a launching pad for him to be able to rejuvenate his career and for him to be able to get the kind of move that he wants. But to be honest with you, he needs to leave Napoli. However, for Chelsea, they have 45 players. Even if they want to offer Napoli 4 players, it should not be too much now. What are they doing with 45 players? They should even increase the players to 4 players and 37 million to be able to get Osimhen, because Osimhen needs to leave that particular club. In as much as Chelsea might not be a right fit at the moment, because they are still trying to, fit jigsaw puzzles together, and Osimhen might be lost in the fixing of the jigsaw puzzle. However, it's a Chelsea that is willing to have him. We give him an opportunity to be able to play. Regular playing time is very key for Osimhen, for him to be able to remain on the lips of people and for him to be able to get a better deal. However, I think Osimhen should stand his ground and not sign a 7 years contract. I would rather have him sign maybe a 2-3 years contract and even collect a pay cut because of that, so that he will not tie himself down for another 7 years. Because at the moment, we don't know what Chelsea will do. We don't know the wind that will blow Chelsea next season. So I don't want him to be in a club that has an uncertain future. So it's a good move for him. However, I should be careful with the kind of contract he wants to sign with Chelsea.
Let Chelsea just even give them 4 goalkeepers and 3 outfield players. Because why will they have 7 goalkeepers?
A certain Nigerian prophet who has given us, would I say, deja vu predictions, has said that he has warned Osimhen not to join Chelsea.
He'd not want Tinubu not to become the president of Nigeria. It's
all right, I said don't go to Chelsea. If you go to Chelsea, you will not shine. It will kill your career. That's what he said. And I know Osimhen is not someone who listens to all these kind of things.
Will you listen to it?
I don't know. who has been consistent in failures, in prophecies. Will I listen to such kind of messages? I won't take that as serious.
I'm currently, yes. Going to Chelsea is not the best option currently, but when you don't have a lot of options, I think they are the only thing that has remained consistent in coming for him. PSG has pulled out of the race. Arsenal were never in the conversation. I think Arsenal will have been the best fit. But Arsenal were never in the conversation.
Arsenal is not even signing a striker. They're relying on Kai Havertz
and Gabriel Jesus. Those ones are their business.
Well, we already know where their season will end. If they are going with those people, we already know what happened at the end of the season. They will come out and start shouting again. We are very close. We are very close.
They will come out and read the book of lamentation.
Lamentation. I mean, we already know the answer. Well, and for the person giving, prophecy, the answer is very clear. I mean, if you give 20 prophecy and none of them come to pass, why are people following the prophecy? The answer is very clear. So Osimhen should just ignore the prophecy and do what is best for him.
It has become a joke.
He's catching cruise. I feel like Osimhen might still turn up the numbers. if you have someone like Kopama playing behind him, and
He has
Christopher
already
Kuku,
said the Drogba is his icon. And
yeah,
of
if we're
course,
going.
he has said he's a big
I
fan of
just feel
Didier
he will
Drogba
not be playing. I don't think just are able to play any cup. Okay, they might be playing the FA Cup.
or conference.
They are playing the Conference League when they want to play, when they try to qualify. So I think it's not as bad as with us, but it's better than sitting on the bench for a whole
And
year
Napoli,
at
and,
Napoli.
yeah,
So
with the bad blood already building ahead of the season between him and Conte, and
the
even the club
only
side.
problem is that we will not be able to banter Chelsea too much now because our brother is there. Oh, anyhow,
We'll roast them.
we'll go rugged down.
Anyway, congratulations to Madrid fans winning the UEFA Super Cup last night, beating Atlanta by 2-0, and definitely was not least expected. It was expected for them to run through Atlanta in that one. Of course, a good result for Real. What a way to start the season with the Super Cup title, and of course, Kylian Mbappe. We saw the man hustling to get the goal.
He made sure he put himself on the score sheet, and it's a beautiful one. I think Atlanta played. They got a very good first half. They had a good first half. If they have converted their chances, they even came close and they hit the woodwork. I think if they have converted their chances in the first half, it would have been a different game. But we know Madrid with what they have, with what they have in their team currently. I think La Liga should just give them the title.
That seems a cheat.
I think La Liga should just give them the title. That way, how your title. Others, Barcelona,
Just fight for
Girona,
second
and Atletico. You guys can well fight for the remaining spot. Because as it looks, that team is. That's the first game. Yesterday game was the first game they played together. And look at how they played in the second half.
They should just be resting for Champions League. That's what they should be doing. Mayowa, time really fast, man. We just have to wrap it up with that Super Cup title. And of course, congratulations to United fans. Bruno Fernandes just signed the contract extension. He's going to be there till 2027. He's 29 years of age, so by then he will be 33. Okay, and maybe they will give him another 1 year extension if he still continues to do well, like he's already doing for Manchester United.
I mean, it's a good one for Manchester United. He has been very consistent for us in the past three seasons, and I think it's a good one that they are rewarding with that. Those are the kind of things we want to see. We want to see experience, mixed with younger players. Good one for Manchester United, and I'm hoping to see what Ten Hag and Fernandes will do this coming season.
All right, of course, we look forward to having you tomorrow as we count down to the season, and all the best against Fulham. Maybe.
It's always amazing to be here, and I'm looking forward to the EPL starting tomorrow. Time to see how Jerry and Arne Slot Liverpool will do throughout the season.
Arne Slot will throw. It's Arne Slot. Arne Slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll correct you.
Get it right.
We'll correct you too. When you collect, we'll correct. We'll be there. Your first game is against Ipswich.
The thing is that this life is very sweet. If God decides to make it the way you will start first. So we will now know where we are going. On Friday, you start first. So before you get to Saturday, I would have enjoyed myself. Anyway, big thanks to Mayowa and of course James for being a part of the show.
Thank you for having us.
Big thanks to the guys behind the scene, talking about the lives of Shegun, not leaving out Samuel, Jeremiah, and of course Ikechukwu. My name is Jerry Apelo, saying thanks for being a part of the show. Until we meet again, stay safe, and if not waiting at all, do it the sport.